What's up everyone, it's Technics Official from Niche Web Services, and in this video you're going to be learning how you can create to-do application using React. We will be covering all the fundamentals of React, including how the React routers works and how React hooks works and all the fundamental basics. And then we'll be operating CRUD application for to-do list. We will be gonna create to-do list. We'll be updating the to-do list. We'll be deleting the to-do list, and we'll view the to-do list. And we gonna be include dynamic routing too, and then we'll be using API for calling the to-dos from the database. First I will be saying that I will make this video in double part, part 1 and part 2, just so I can make this video so quick. But in part 1 I will be completely creating to-do application using Json Server as a database, and in part 2 I will be connect that client folder into the I will be connecting client into the database, and then using MongoDB Atlas as a database for our server, using MongoDB database to store our to-dos and much more. You will be going to know React much more better in this series. Please follow along with me. If you want to follow me or if you want to support me, please don't forget to hit subscribe button. Okay, so don't forget to hit subscribe button. You can see this is my channel, and it's all about coding, editing, creating, and I will be creating a lot much more coding tutorials, so make sure to subscribe my channel. So let's get started and let's go into coding and stuff. Okay, so first thing you need to do is you have to install Node.js in your PC. If you haven't installed Node.js in your PC, you need to go into the Chrome browser. So just go into the Chrome browser or whatever browser you are using. Okay, so just search for Node.js, and then just go for download, and just download latest version whatever your PC is. Depending upon your PCs, if you are using macOS, install macOS, and if you are using Kali, you use Kali, and then that. Okay, so make sure you install latest version. Okay, so their latest version of Node.js is running this 17.1.0 and 16. That is version for Windows. Stable version is 16. Make sure to download 16.13.0. okay, so just close this out, and let's check if my node have been installed in your PC. Okay, so just Ctrl S and hit cmd, open command prompt. Okay, so here you need to do is you need to type is node-b. If you have installed your node into the PC, you will be seeing the version of the node running on your PC. So I am currently running on 14.18.1, and that's okay for me. So let's start the project. Okay, so let's to start the project, let's create the folder into the desktop or wherever you want to create. Just create a folder. To create folder, you can also hit shortcut key Ctrl+Shift+N, and then you can name it a to-do application. So let's drag it over here, to-do application here. Okay, so and then let's open this into the Window Explorer. Either you can open with a code, or if you haven't specified a path of Visual Studio Code in the system variable, make sure to watch my other tutorials how you can do that. And then let's open with code, or you can either do cmd and then code dot. Okay, so code and period. Okay, and let's hit enter, and it will going to open your project file into the Visual Studio Code. Let's close the Explorer, and then let's close this command prompt too. Okay, so after you open your project file into the Visual Studio Code, let's open terminal by hitting the shortcut key Control or backslash. Okay, so that's not backspace, that's a key below your escape key. Okay, so hit that Control back that key, and then just clear the PowerShell window. And here, don't use npm for installing React. How to install React, if you don't know that, please make sure to watch my React beginners tutorial. I have covered a lot of series, I have created the videos, and let's make sure to watch that video for beginner series of React. Just hit npm, but no, just hit just type npx create React app, and specify the folder name for the React application. I will be saying client. Okay, so depending upon your internet connection, installation of React will take time. It will take 5 to 10 minutes, yeah, depending upon your internet connection. So I will be pausing the video right here, and after the React will be installed, I will come back later on here. Okay, so yeah, that's it now. While being installing React, I want to quick say that if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. And I am creating the series of PHP to complete from beginners to advanced, and I will be covering. I have another series called React series. In that series, I will be creating a lot. I will be covering a lot of fundamentals of React from beginners to pro. Make sure to watch that, and if you find the video helpful, please don't forget to share with your friend. Okay, so let's see how much the React has been installed. So currently it is being installing. Okay, so I'll pause the video here. Okay, so it's been some time of installation of React. So if we head over to desktop, and if you head over to desktop, it is almost being finished installing the React application in our project called folder called client. Let's wait some time. Okay, let's give it some time. So okay, so React has been successfully installed in our in our client directory. If you open, or if you make that client, you can see there is node modules folder, there is public src. And if you are completely new to React, please make sure to watch my previous videos using previous videos, what is React and how to start React. Yeah, so okay, so let's minimize this terminal here, and let's go into the source folder. And if you go into the source folder, you will find app.js and app.css, app.test.js, index.css, all the files here. And if you go to public, there will be the public file that we will not touch currently, okay, so let's go into the app.js, and let's start the React server. Okay, so let's go and let's clear this out first. Let's go into the client folder, okay, to start the React, because React has been installed into the client directory. So go to client, and after going into the client, just hit npm start. Okay, so just hit npm start, and it will start your React into the localhost with the default port of 3000. Okay, let's wait some time for starting the React server. Okay, so you can see starting the development server, and it start to, you can see localhost, but it have not been compiled yet. Let's wait for it to compile. Okay, so how React works is React is a JavaScript library, you all know that. And let's not return this all from here right now. Okay, so now you can see in terminal, if I expand the terminal, you can see compiled successfully. Okay, so that has been compiled successfully, and you can see the React default workspace, or not, let's not say workspace, React defaults website. It looks like this, web app. Okay, so there is the icon, there is logo of React that is moving continuously and rotating, and you can see edit source app.js and save to reload and learn React, and that much more. Let's go into the source app.js. Let's go into the source app.js. Let's cut this everything from here. Let's cut this out, and then let's make a div. Inside div, I will be returning hello world. Let's say and you can see here hello world printing into the React website. Okay, so you can see hello world being printed into the React website. So I will make this bigger screen, full screen. So now I will not be using logo. Let's cut this out. That was giving us warning. So now what we have to do is we have to make our project looks like the to-do application. Okay, so inside source, create new folder called components. Inside components, create new file which is called navbar.jsx. Okay, so inside navbar, if you have installed this React snippets library, or not, let's not say library, that is extension, React Redux something ES67. Okay, so this extension, you should install this extension for snippets. Okay, so this is so cool, snippets giving extension. So what is the use of that extension is just it RFC, and you can see a React function component, React function, and then all of this. Let's go with the React function and return navbar. Hello, I'm navbar. Okay, let's say, and let's go into the browser, and if I reload, I will not say anything because navbar is not being we haven't inserted navbar into our app.js, because app.js is main entry point file where the index.js will render. Okay, you can see import app from app.js. If you don't know about modules in JavaScript, that is in ES6 of JavaScript, if you don't know about that, please make sure to watch my other tutorials video for that, to my module video. Okay, so import app from app.js, and you can see React DOM.render, and it will insert all the rendered HTML codes or HTML or React codes into the root directory of the index.html, which we have in the public file inside index.html. Here you can see root directory. So let's close this out and let's import that navbar. Okay, we will return that navbar here. Okay, so let's go here, navbar. You can see navbar, and it auto imports that. Okay, so you can see import navbar from component navbar. So if you go into the browser, it self restarted the server, and you can see hello, I am navbar, that is printing out from the navbar. Okay, so we created the navbar. Now what we have to create is we have to install the navbar. To install navbar, we will be using Material UI. So if you don't know what is Material UI, just go to Google and search for Material UI, and let's not go to Material MUI, let's go to Material UI, and let's wait while being the page load. Okay, the Material UI looks like this, and they have given the documentation how you can install that in your node, and then you can see you can also use their CDN. So let's install it from node. Okay, so just go to terminal, and if you are not using a Visual Studio Code, you have to stop your server. Or if you are using Visual Studio Code, you just click on this plus icon, and it will make another, what it's called, it will make another PowerShell window for you. Let's clear this out, and npm install iForSort @material-ui/core. Okay, so just type this and hit enter. It will going to install Material UI for your project. So what actually Material UI is, let's search for app bar. Okay, it's just simply like the Bootstrap. Okay, so Bootstrap, if you have used before the Bootstrap, sorry, I've gone something else. So let's go to app bar, and then you can see simple app bar. App bar with primary search field, app bar with menu, app bar with search field. Okay, let's see our terminal if the material UI have installed successfully, but I did some mistake. Okay, so instead of installing material UI into the client folder, I just installed that material UI into the directory, root directory called today application. So what I have to do is just delete node modules from here. It will take some time to delete. Let's go into the client folder. Let's clear this out and npm I for short add. Let's install material UI into the client folder. Okay, so that's my mistake, sorry for that. Okay, so material UI, you can see the app bar default style. Here you can see you have to import every component of material UI into the React application to use the material UI component or style. Okay, so okay, so let's give it some time for installing the material UI into our client folder. Last time we did mistake and we installed the material UI into the directory, root directory. I will be deleting that later on while I stop the video. So okay, a node module folder contain a lot of files, you can see, so it will take some time to delete it. So the material UI is going to be installed. Okay, let's wait. I don't know, for some reason it is taking much more time than expected. Okay, so finally the material UI has been installed. You can see material UI -core version 4.14.12. so let's clear this out. And then how to use material UI. If you open the package.json, you can see here material UI core and then material UI core here installed. Okay, so let's close this package.json. And how to use material UI is, let's go and create return app bar. Okay, so app bar that will be imported from material UI. How to import that is import, and you need to object destructure. Okay, so app bar, and then from material UI -core, and then you can see I just imported app bar, but inside app bar I need to import something called toolbar. Okay, so toolbar, make sure toolbar B is small, and then insert typography. So if you are having problem to understanding what is this all, I will please wait, I will say you. Okay, so today application, and you need to import toolbar to. Okay, so let's save and go to the browser, and you can see now we are returning the header, complete header, that is today application named. Okay, so what app bar does is, app bar is just like called nav in the HTML, but it is the style component into the React. Okay, so toolbar is just like UL. Okay, so if I replicate this sometime, you're gonna see after I open into the browser, you can see all the tool application is coming from there. Okay, so that's just called toolbar is just like the UL. Okay, so what do we need to do? I don't need this default this grayish or bluish color of background. Let's style the property. So to style the property of the component of material UI, you need to import make styles. Okay, so a material UI is giving you to style the component too. Okay, so just import make styles. So yeah, the Visual Studio, and then make styles, and then here what you need to do is create the use style. So you can name whatever you want. I will say use style is equal to make styles, and then it will take an object, and then inside this you will give the property just like what we give a class name. Okay, so just to give the class name, I will be naming this header, and then inside header I need to specify the color. So background should be royal blue. Okay, so how to use this style into the navbar. Okay, so let's make another variable called classes is equals to use style. Okay, it is the function, and then how to use this classes that header into the style properties. Okay, so let's here just after the app bar give it the class, but in React while we giving the class we should name it class name. Okay, so class name is equals to classes that dot header. You can see classes is this object, not object, the classes is this use style component, component not component, use style object from the make styles of the material UI. And then if I save this and if I go to browser, I will see the just before the background color has been changed. If you didn't realize, let's save red, and you can see now it will change into the red. Let's make it royal blue, and it is looking cool, but I need to sell this also. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to create some links here. Okay, so nav links here, that so that we can use that to routes from different path. Okay, so to do so, what we need to do is after typography I will create one CSS. Okay, so this is a brand, name this whatever you want, but I will be naming it brand, which should be 40%. I'll make this with 40%, and I will give the class of text align center. Okay, let's save this and let's give that class to this. Okay, so class is not class, but class name is going to be that brand. So let's say and go to a browser, and you can see now it adds some space here because we specified the width to be 40%. So now what I have to do is include nav links here. Okay, so how to include nav links and how to use router, not router, how to use routes in React, I will be talking that later on. Let's make typography for now. Okay, typography. What typography is? It is the text component. If you hit component, compo, and specify to be h1, it will make the component of h1, and then text, add some text here. Okay, so home, let's save, and you can see this is the component. If you inspect this element and inspect, you can see this is h1. Okay, so that the material UI is giving h1 to the what it's called home. Okay, so if you remove this component, if you remove this, it will default give p tag. Okay, so you can see paragraph tag. Okay, now we need home, we need much more. So let's do is home, not home but to do's, and another is in to do application. In home page we'll be adding to do's. Okay, so to do's, and then what else? Okay, so to do's, and then about section or what about, let's make about. Okay, so let's make about, and then let's cut it out and go to here, and you can see home, to do's, and about, but they are not looking great. Okay, I need to create another link CSS. Let's make the what I will do is let's make the color of crimson. I will make the color of crimson, and margin of top and bottom should be 2 pixel, but left and right should be this 10 pixel. Okay, and then what I will do is when it will be hovered, so how to use hover, you can do this and ampersand and then hover sign. Okay, so when you hover that, you will say is text decoration, 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 text decoration of underline. Let's save and go to browser, and if you hover this okay, so I haven't applied style yet, so just go here. If you do Control Shift Alt and press button arrow down key, you will have this you will select this cursor. Okay, so let's give the class name of that link. Let's save, and then after I save, you can see I can hover that, but you need to make the cursor pointer here, so be pointer. And I don't like this crimson color, let's make it black. Let's see how it looks like, but I get error because I need to add comma here. Okay, so let's save and go to React app, reload this, and then you can see black is looking good. Let's make this white. Let's save, and now you can see this is cool. And let's keep the style for first one to be a margin, not margin but style. To use the style, default style in React, you need to do is style is equals to one what it's called a curly brace and another curly brace, and make sure that margin and add the style property. Okay, so margin right or left of auto. Let's save that, and it will make that to there. Okay, let's hit save, and I'm getting this extra thing. What is this? I don't know. Let's cut that out. Save, and let's do same for the last. Okay, so but instead of margin left, I will say margin, it will center that. Okay, so you can see that that it is being centered. That's it, and cool, looking great. But currently these are p tags, they are not nav. Okay, so let's ignore that. Okay, navbar in the navbar.js, and then close navbar because I have created currently navbar. Okay, so let's close, and inside the component folder you need to create another file called home.jsx. okay, create home.jsx, and just return this is home page so that we can see. Let's go into the app.js, and instead of returning only one control check, let's return multiple component because let's import navbar, and let's import home from that. You can see home from components and home. But if we do right, if we run this, it will give us error because we can't return multiple divs and multiple component into the function into the React, but we need to insert that into one main directory, not directory, in main one component. Okay, so to do so you can use React React fragments. Okay, react.frag fragment, you can do this, and let's make this fragment into the down, and if you save, it will gonna work. Okay, so if you go to the browser now, reload, currently there if you view the page source, you can see not page source, if you inspect this, I have that what it's called home. Okay, so when we were returning div, this is home page, this is currently in here, but we are not seeing that because if you see here is this is home page. Why we can't see this? Because the navbar property has the position of absolute. Okay, not absolute, position of fixed, and that makes the navbar outcome of from the document. So to fix that, we need to add some style to our navbar. Let's go into the header, we have previously added that. Okay, so just make is position should be static. Okay, let's save, and if you reload this and you can see this is home page printing on the React application. So in home page, let's not do this is home page. Let's return this. Okay, so div, let's return div, and inside div let's return box. Where we getting box from? We are getting this box from material UI. Okay, so let's import the box from material UI. Box from material UI -core. Okay, so let's inside box, what we'll do is I will add typography. Okay, so inside typography I will add this is to do, but I will be creating form in here. Okay, so you can see this is to do printing in here, but what I need to do is I need to create a form into the home page so that I can add to do. Okay, so what I need to do is just create one form that will add our to do. To do so, and to do. Okay, so to do so we'll get the form from material UI. So how to import material UI form? Okay, so let's cut this out and make that form control. This will give us the form, and then make form group. This will give the form group from the material UI, and you can create input label, and let's label for this add to do, not add to the enter to title. Let's make this, and then I will be inputting input from material UI input, and inside input, yeah, that's the. Now what I need to do is import that. I don't need typography here. Now I need to import is form control, form group input. So input label. So okay, let's save, and you can see here, you can see enter to the title. Let's reload this again. I don't know, it is giving us error. Okay, so now you can see enter to the title, and then we have the input field. Okay, so what we need another is I need another form group, and inside form group what I need is button. Okay, so let's import button, and inside button, no, what I need to inside button I will do is add to. So if I save this, and first I need to import the bottom from material UI, and you can see add to do here. If I reload this, you can see the button add to do, but this button is not looking great, so we have to style that. Let's keep the variant of content. So it is going to give us that some elevation effect. You can see now the color of primary. Let's say, and it will give us that blue primary default color. Okay, so a bit looking great, but not much. Okay, so now we will style the div. Okay, so let's create make style const use style is going to be make styles, and that is going to create from, and then it will say div, and I'll say display a flex and align items of center, and then I will say justify content of center. Let's save, and let's use that style. Okay, so let's go here, and then const is equals to use style, that is going to be function, and inside the div I will add the class name, that div. Let's save. Let's hit save and go to there, and you can see it is getting some it is looking good. Okay, so let's import bootstrap from bootstrap CDN, and then what I need to do is make the div of height should be 90 VH or something, and it will center perfectly into the center. Sorry, that's too much. 90 is, let's make 80. Looking cool. Okay, so yeah, that is looking cool. And just grab the CDN of bootstrap HTML CDN, and then just go to public and index.html, just paste it into the bottom of the link. Let's save this, close the index.html, and then inside this form group, I will be adding class name of margin button of 3 pixel, not 3 pixel but margin button of 3. Okay, so it is looking great now. Okay, there is the button add to do, and yeah, so now let's make the this routes. Okay, this is the home page rendering. Let's make to-dos and let's make about. Let's make to-dos. Let's first make to-dos. Okay, so inside component I will create to-dos.jsx, and export that. This is to-do. Let's say, and then I will create another component called about. So I will function about. This is about. Let's save this, and then let's import it into our app.js. Let's import this navbar, and then about, from about, that about, and then import to-dos from to-dos. Okay, so to-dos from to-dos. So now if I render this to-dos here, to-dos, and then render about, if I save and go to browser, and you can see here this is to-do, as in this is about into the bottom. Okay, so what I have to do now is make dynamic, not make dynamic, you need to do is create a routing into the React. Okay, so to create a routing you need to install a React router DOM into the React folder. Let's open the command prompt and make sure you are into the client folder. Okay, so and just clear this out, and you need to make is npm install ifsrt and React router DOM. Okay, just install React router DOM. Let's wait for some time, and if you don't know about React router DOM, you need to just hover into the React DOM documentation. Let's go into that documentation. You can see React router quick this tutorial, but let's see. You can see this all, but if you are watching my video currently, the React router DOM has been updated and the new version has come. So to use new version, you need to specify you need to know the version of React router DOM and use that. Okay, so you can see the version of 6.0.2, but previously it was 5.0.1. okay, so React router DOM, what is new in this version. Okay, so let's close this out, and you can see. Okay, so let's open this link. Let's clear this out terminal. Let's make this smaller, drag this up, and you can see how to use this React router DOM in what it's called is in 6.2.0.2. okay, so there is React router routing history link. Okay, so what I need to do is, let's open this. Okay, shit, I didn't find anything. I just closed the what it's called the browser. Okay, so let's, oh shit, I just closed the Visual Studio Code, dude. Okay, so let's go into here and just go back one folder, and you can see quick start for React router DOM and Visual Studio Code is being started. Let's wait for that, and you can see latest version. Let's see for let's open this and let's see first site. They taught us how to use this. Okay, so explore documentation. It's going to documentation, not npm docs but React router DOM docs. Getting started. Let's go to getting started page. If you see this, okay, let's install the previous version of React router. Let's do that. Okay, so we'll be covering new version of React router DOM in next video. Okay, so React router DOM 5.2.0, this version will be working on. So let's open the terminal. Let's clear this out. Let's go into the client, clear this, and npm I for short, and React router DOM, and then hit add, and then the version name. Okay, 5.2.0. currently if you see the package.json, the version of React router DOM is 6.2.0. let's install 5.2.0. Let's wait React router DOM to be installed. Till then we'll be focusing on this React app. If you reload, it will not reload because we have stopped the script here. So let's clear this and npm start to start the development server of React. Sorry, I just started into the to-do application, so I need to go into client here and npm start in here. Okay, I'm going to start the server in here. Let's see, the React router DOM is installed. Okay, so wait for some time. It is taking bit time. You can see it has started running in browser, starting the development server, and then the React router DOM has been installed in our PC. And now if you see the package.json and if you see the React router DOM version, it is 5.2.0. okay, so let's close this. And what you need to do for a React router is import something called import browser router. You need to import a lot of things. It's like an import. You need to import router as router, comma route. You need to import route switch from okay, so let's import this, and then inside a React fragment, inside the outside the navbar, let's cut this React fragment. Okay, let's cut that out and then make this router, so not a small r. okay, so that's capital R router. Hit enter, drag this further into the to-dos about down, and after let's save this and reload, reload this. And now what you need to do is in here make instead of making home like this, you need to do is route. Okay, so route, and here component is gonna be home. Okay, so home, and then specify the path where to open that, and then let's save and let's cut it. And if you reload this currently, path should be let's say not router. Okay, so I just misspelled this the route. Okay, so let's save, and if you reload this, you can see when I open home page, it is going to open this home page for us, but it is also opening to-dos and about. Let's fix this route, and then path should be to-do, and then component should be that to-dos. Okay, so self close this and cut this out, and if you save and reload, and you can see the to-dos is no more. Okay, to-do is gone. Okay, let's do same for about component should be about, and reload, and then if you hit slash to-dos, you can see now to-dos, but it is also rendering this what it's called home page. Okay, so to solve this, if you now hit about, it is rendering about, but it is also rendering the home page. Okay, to solve this, you need to add something called here exact. Okay, and if you hit save now, and if you reload, and if you go to about, now you no more see that home page. And if you go to about, and then if you go to what to-dos, and you will see this is to do, and then if you go to home route, you will see this add to-dos. Okay, so now, but what if user type something like this? Okay, so it is also going to render something. Okay, so we need to prevent being that. Okay, so just do is after all the route, make sure you use switch. Okay, so here switch case, grab the switch into the last, and after making all routes, create one route, and then don't give the path, and let's give the component of not found. Okay, but we haven't created that not found yet. Let's create not find component, and then here you need to export what the heck, I don't know, it's something error with the JSX. Okay, so let's copy the about section, copy this, paste it over here, and instead of saying, oh sorry, what I did was just don't say this, and I created the not found of text. Okay, just delete this and create component not found .jsx. okay, just because of that. Now RFC, and then I'm exporting the function component, and this will say page not found, please go home, and I will be please go home, and I will make nav links here. Okay, so import nav link from router DOM. Okay, so let's make nav link here, nav link, and inside nav link let's write home, and 2 should be slash. Let's save, and if we reload this again, we haven't imported. Okay, so export not found, and go to here, not found, but we haven't imported that from component. Okay, so import not found from not found from not found. Let's say, and now you can no more see the error. And if the user types something wrong into the browser, you can see please page not found, please go home. And if user type slash, you can see it is rendering the home page. And if user type slash about, and this is about page. And yeah, but I don't like this page not found. We'll use not found from here. Sorry, I just saved that browser. Not found, and let's open image, and let's grab this. Okay, so copy image address. Let's copy image address. Let's go to not found page. Inside div, I will say img ss is equals to gonna be this, and let's save. Let's go. You can see 404 page not found. And let's make this p tag p, that is paragraph, and let's save. And let's add some style to the p tag. Okay, so let's add a style. Make sure to have double bracket. Okay, so let's text line, text line of center. It will align the text into the center. And I want to make this p over the after this. Okay, so now let's say, and for page not found, please go home. And if I click home, I am going to home. Okay, yeah, that's it for the not found page. And yeah, that's it for the not found page. I don't know what I'm saying here. Ctrl+Shift+T. I just close the React web server. Let's go, not found. Clear this out, and let's go into home. I just clicked on this link because this is not working. We need to implement this in that. So nav link inside navbar.js. Where is navbar.js? Here you can see where instead of typography I would say nav link. Okay, instead of typography I'll say nav link, and then I will specify 2 slash, because I haven't imported nav link from React Router DOM. I need to import it. Board from React Router DOM. Let's save, and I get some error because this is link. And if I go reload again, if I go to home, click on home, I'm going to home. You see, if I go to slash about, okay, so currently I'm into the about page, and if I click home, I'm going to home. Let's do this for all. Sorry, nav link. Okay, so nav link here 2 should be slash to do, and this should be nav link, and 2 should be into the slash about. but it works fine now, but the style is not good. Okay, so you can see that, or either you can change the navbar style to it's being black or what. Okay, so if I go to navbar.js, and then instead I will say is or black. Let's see how it looks like. So yeah, it is looking cool. Okay, so if you click on home, we are routing to the home. If I click to dos, we are going to dos. If I click about, we are going to about. So part everything is working fine. And if user add something into the page that is not in our website, that's gonna give us error, that is 404 page not found. Okay, let's close this all, and then let's close this all. And what I need to do is inside source folder, I will create another folder which is called db, and inside db I will create db.json. So I previously said that we are going to use a Json server as a database in this video. So to do so, let's create some Json, and then we need to create to-dos here, and let's give the array. Inside array in to-dos we will have to-dos title to-do title, and let's make this as to-do title should be, this is first test to do. And then I will going to have created at, this will contain date. Okay, so 11/15/2021, something like this, today's date. And then it will have the ID of 1. So let's save. And this we just created the DB server for database of to-dos for using the JSON server. It's just like creating the what it's called collection, creating the schema for using the database. Okay, so to use JSON server, you need to import or install JSON server. Make sure you are in the client folder and clear everything out, and npm -cert JSON-server. Okay, you need to install JSON server in your project folder, and it's gonna install JSON server. Let's wait some time for installing the JSON server. Okay, it is taking time. Yeah, right now we created this, and let's go. Okay, it is cool. About home, it is taking time. Okay, let's open the what it's called, home.jsx or what, todos.jsx. no, not todos.jsx, but home.jsx. inside there we do have form. Okay, we'll be covering use state and hooks of React to when we add this. Okay, so it is being installed. It is taking a bit time to install the package of JSON server. Let's wait. Okay, so now the JSON server has been inserted into the our what it's called, our project file. You can see JSON server and how to run JSON server. Okay, so if you do clear, but let's go to Chrome and let's search for JSON server, and you can see JSON server npm here, okay. So if you see the installation, you can see the npm install -g JSON server, G for global. So how to start JSON server? Okay, JSON server --watch and the file of JSON. So let's go into the start scripts, and let's create JSON server, whatever you want to name that. Okay, so Then let's give comma here. What you need to write is Json Server hyphen what db.json. But currently we don't have db.json in our root file of the client. Okay, so inside source folder, inside db folder, we do have db.json, so we need to specify that as rc hyphen db/db.json. so if I save this, but we will be facing some problem. Okay, so because the the JSON server default server is 3000, but the port 3000 is already started by the React. Okay, so that is going to be problem. But how to solve this? Okay, so you need to specify JSON server to use extra port. Okay, so hyphen host. What is host is 127.0.0.1. that basically means localhost, but in the IP format. Okay, so hyphen port, and let's specify the port of 3001. Okay, and if I save and if I go to the terminal and if I hit npm run JSON server, it will gonna run our JSON server, and you can see to-dos because we have to-dos inside the JSON server. And let's go into this link, just go into this link, copy this, and then new tab, and you can see port is 3001/to-dos. Okay, and you're gonna see the to-dos running on the server. It's very so it's good, and we have covered till here. Now what you need to do is but we are starting double server in double what it's called double terminal. Okay, so to solve this, we have one package called concurrently. If you search package called, what is allows us to do is install both no, not install, run both server in once. Okay, so it's gonna run JSON server and it's gonna run React too. Okay, so let's quit this server here and npm ifrsert install. Make sure your spelling is correct. Okay, so npm I and concurrently. Let's give some time for installation. Okay, well it is being installed. Let's go into the package.json, and yeah, so it is taking a bit of time. So yeah, if you find this video very useful till here, if you are watching, please don't forget to hit the like button below. Okay, so and if you want to share this video to your friends, please don't forget to share this with your friends to learn about React. And yeah, just subscribe below. Okay, and now we'll be going into back. So now yeah, React that the concurrently is being installed. I don't know why it is taking time more than I expected. And okay, so yeah, let's wait. So let's see the concurrently here. Okay, so how to run concurrently? You can say npm install -c concurrently for all. And how to run concurrently? You can say concurrently npm watch.js, one npm, another npm, and another npm. You can specify for like this, or you can just ignore this, just use like this. Okay, and it is still being installing. Okay, let's wait for installing the concurrently. Hmm. Till then we'll create about page. Okay, let's open about.jsx, and instead of returning this plain text, you should return box here. Whatever you can write in about, so I don't force you to write that I mean. Okay, so just write p lorem 200 or 100. Let's make 100. Let's set that out. Drag it over here to here and import that box. Okay, so box is importing from material UI. Okay, so material -UI /core. I just entered some extra semicolons, and if I reload, you can see this is if I reload, you can see the text is being rendered, but this is not looking great because I need to add here h3 h4 of about us. So let's save, and you can see about us is rendering. And then let's give some style. Let's use make styles, and then const, let's here const header text align of center. And if you use this class name dot header, okay, so what you need to do is got this, go here, you need to specify not classes here. You need to do is use style, and then in here const and now it will work. Yeah, so give the padding of 20 pixel or around 20 pixel. Let's give the padding to main box. Okay, make the main box, then make the padding of 10 pixel, and then give the class name of dot main box. Let's say, and you can see the padding, and let's give 20 pixel. Okay, it is looking cool. And let's give the class name of dot p will create that p class, and will specify text align should be justify, let's say, and it's gonna justify the center. Let's go here, close this about us. Let's open terminal, and yeah, we see that concurrently has been installed and how to use concurrently. Okay, so just go to package.json, and instead of doing this double start, what you need to do is go and then say dev start dev, and then what you do, let's give comma, okay, concurrently, and then give double braces. This will give error, so you need to skip that. And then what you do is npm start, and again copy this and then paste it over here, npm run Json server. Make sure that you use server like this 3080. Let's use that, save that. And if you do here, clear this out, and npm make sure that the server is not running. Okay, yes, clear this out, and let's npm run dev. Okay, the concurrently is gonna start that. Okay, so you can see npm start and npm run json server. It run json server in 3080. Okay, so if you go to reload, it gonna give us error because we have changed the port variable to 30 and 80. Okay, so let's go and sorry, what I just did was 3080. I didn't did anything because the new react server is starting here. So let's close this out, and it is saying the okay, react server is here starting the development. Okay, so now you can see code compiled successfully, and we can see the working workflow. Okay, so yeah, we covered a lot, and now we need to do is go to home.jsx, and then we will submit the data, means to do. Okay, so to do so, I will create here empty const so const initial value is gonna be empty. So it will take to do title, that will be empty, and then add, that will be empty for now. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are using the use state. Okay, so react hooks, that is use state. We are going to use the use state, and that is going to be to do, not to do but to do, and then you can set to do and use state initial value. But you need to import the use state from the react. Okay, so I just imported use state. Now what I have is I have initial value, to do title, and created add into the to do. Okay, so let's what we'll do is destructure that. Okay, so to do title, and then add, let's destructure that, and from to do. Okay, now if I hit save, nothing will happen because we haven't done anything yet. But here now what we need to do is whenever we type something, not view page source, okay, but inspect, whenever we type something into this what it's called input field, we need to see the okay, so let's just avoid that warnings coming from the react. Okay, so whenever you are typing, I need to set the to do title to be that whatever you type. Okay, so how to do that? So here in input, let's add onChange function. Let's add onChange, and it will pass an event, and that will be change handler, and it will get the event from there. So we haven't created that yet. Let's move that upward, and then const let's create that that's a function, change handler is gonna be arrow function. Okay, so inside this function, what we are going to do is set the initial value to be the value what the user typed. Okay, so I am getting the e from here, and if I log here something called log console.log e dot target dot value, and then if I reload this out, and if we just ignore this warning, and if I type something, you can see I'm getting that value into the console. I'm printing that. So what I need to do is set state, means use the use state of the react component that is there. Okay, so what you need to do is call the function set to do, and what you have to set is what you need to set is to do itself, but name is going to be value. So if you console.log to do here, if you save and if you reload this, let's ignore this out, let's ignore this all, and if I hit A, you can see in object I don't see an A. Okay, so you can see I'm getting that A in extra part, but I need to set that into the to do title. So how to do so? Okay, so inside the input you need to add name of to do title, to do title, let's say, and if I hit reload this time, I don't need to reload, and if I add something, and now you can see to do title is being the whatever I type is being passed to the to do title. So now instead of logging, what I need to do is pass that date to, okay, so const date current date is going to be new date dot to new date, and then here I will pass add to be if I log to do now, if I save and if I go here, if I go back, then if I type something, you can see I am getting date into the created ad. Okay, so that's completely fine, and yeah, it is working completely fine. Now when we hit add to do, when we click add to do, we need to add our to do into the database. Okay, let's give the value here, input name, and then let's give the value of that to do title. Just for nothing, just give that. Okay, now what I need to do is if that okay, so button, and in on click I will be calling the function, that function is gonna be submit handler, and submit handler, let's create that function. Okay, going to be arrow function, log I will just log to click. If I save and reload, I don't need to reload a lot, I getting clicked. Okay, so now what I need to do is add this what I need to do is now I need to install some JavaScript function just to do API. So okay, there is function called Ajax, and another is fetch function. You can use fetch function, and but in this video I am going to use Axios. Okay, so because Axios is so easy to use for the node, so I will be using Axios. So just go to terminal let's go to here, clear out npm ifrsort axios. Let's wait some time for installation of Axios. For that, by that I will make the check. Okay, so make the check here. Log if I am getting to do title here. So if I go to here, submit, and yeah, I'm getting to do title, and I have to do is to do title dot length is less than or equal to 0. Then if that happens, return false, else return true. Okay, so yeah, now Axios has been installed there. Now inside this source folder, I want you to create new folder called service for this service. Okay, so inside service, just create api.js, and inside api.js import Axios from Axios, and then here export what I should say is get user, no, not user, export get to do's, export get to do's. Okay, export get to do's sync, because the Axios will gonna be async and await. We should return await that get URL. Where is the URL? Okay, so export get to this. What I just did was export const. Okay, so let's add const variable, and here const URL is equals to that URL that we will be using for fetching data, and then paste it over here. Here you can see. Let's save, and yeah, we just save that. Okay, so this is get to do, and export add to is going to be a sync function, and that is going to return await sync function, arrow function, return await Axios dot post Axios dot post URL. Okay, but in URL I need to post to do. So I just created two APIs, one is add to do and one is get to do's. Okay, so I will be calling add to do's from the home section. Okay, import import add to do's yeah, add to do, and then here if to do title the length is less than or equal to 0, yeah, I'll not do this. Okay, so if to do title is double equals to is not equals to this, then what you need to do is call the function called const add user add to do's is equals to sync a sync, and then not return await add to do add to do. Because add to do is getting some to do from that, but it is not saying that here. I need to specify to do here, and add to do should be called here. Let's go. Add to do should be called here, else log else I will console.log empty to do cannot be added. Okay, let's save and go to here, and then reload this. Now if I refresh this out, there is nothing, and then if I go here and click and add new to do, and if I add to do, and if I go to browser, you can see I get another to do that is new to do, and I get the date, and I get the ID too. ID is auto incremented. Okay, so yeah, perfect. Now but what I have to specify is inspect in console. Okay, so if the console, if this data is empty, I don't want to add into the database. Okay, so if I add, and you can see empty to do can't be added, and if I reload this, the to do will not be added into the database. But what we want to do is render something. Render something. Okay, so what we do is just do this in div, not div but p empty to do sorry can be added. I save this, if I reload, and then if I hit add, now if I hit add, I can see else yeah, log console.log empty to do will not add. I will create some satisfied function. So yeah, it's cool. We can add empty to do here. You can see empty to do can't be added, and if you reload the database, you can see to do will not be added into there. And let's add a second to do, and if I add, it is being added to the database. You can see it is being added to the database, but we're still into this page. Okay, we are still into this page. I want to go into to-dos page. Okay, I want to go into the to-dos page. Okay, let's create that. We have in React, we have that use history, not in React but in React router DOM. Import use history from React router DOM. Okay, let's say okay, so now go to home, and here share is const history tstory is gonna be use history. Use history is gonna be the function of React, and save that. And then after to-dos add. Okay, so if the to-dos will add, return avoid to-dos, not return. I don't want any return. After adding to-dos, you need to do is a history dot push slash to-dos. So let's save this, and if I reload this, and let's enter something called third to do and add, you can see I am going to to-dos. You can see this is to do. So let's make the to do working. In to-dos.js, I am returning this is to do. Instead, I want to return here box from the material UI, and I will show the to do in line order. Okay, so div, here inside div, what I need to do is create dot single div to do. Inside to do, I have title h3 dot title to do, and it gonna be to do title. Okay, and here in h5 span it will going to be date. I save this, and if I need to import box from at material icon core. If I reload this, you can see to reload, you can see to do title and date. Okay, I haven't styled that yet. Instead of h3, I will say h5 to do title and date. Okay, but here what we are going to do is call the to do from the API. Okay, so here you can see get to do's. We will get the to do's into here. So how to do so? Okay, const get all to do's is equals to this function called get to, sorry for that, function called get to do's. It will be going to be async, and then wait, and I will be storing into the some response, and logging the response. And log the response into here. Okay, get all to-dos. And when should we call get all to-dos is we are going to use effect of React, and then instead of returning get all to-dos should be called here, and input just specify this only one. Okay, so just import use effect here from the React. And if I going to reload this, if we see console, we are getting nothing. Okay, so you can see we are getting data. In data we have 4 objects that are the object. Okay, so get to-dos response dot data, and if I see this, I am getting 4 arrays of object, and single each of that contain ID and date and to-dos. Okay, so now to display that, what I need to do is let's put that something. Let's const all to-dos is going to be this empty array. Now that all to-dos is going to be response.data. Okay, instead of consoling, you can see. Okay, so instead of const, you need to do is left. That's it. So inside this div, what you need to do is just do this all to-dos dot map to do, and if you do this, you can render this here, and instead of doing this, you need to do is to do title, and inside of that, what you need to do is to do dot add. If I save this, reload, yeah, all this. Console.log, I will see what it's in all to-dos. That is currently empty array. Get all to-dos, and now I should use state initial state should contain single to-do, set to do's initial state should be empty array of object. Okay, so to do's should be response.data, and then set to do's should be in here. Is effect get all to do's, set to do's inside of, not that, but inside of get all to do's, set to do's should be to do's. Except this now. Use state is not defined because we haven't used use state here. To do's is a constant. Okay, Control X start data and console log to do's. If I save, now I'm getting 4. Now reload. Everything is fine. Let's go into the div, and I think we just copied that. Okay, so here we go, Ctrl Z, just cut that out, Ctrl Z, and then I have copied before. What I am going to do is all to do's. Instead of all to do's, I have to do's dot map single to do, and then inside single to do I'm going to do reload, and you can see all the to do's are available in the browser. Okay, we are getting all the to do's here. Let's Ctrl X all to do's. We don't need that. If we see the terminal, if we are so I'll be explaining. Okay, we are using the use effect of the React hooks, which is the daemon of React life cycle, and then we are calling this function get all to do's only once, specified by this square braces. If I set this, and if I say not see, if we go to terminal, you can see we are requesting the data infinitely. Okay, so data is being requested infinitely, so we need to specify only once, only first time the data should be requested. If I save this, now it gonna stop somewhere. Okay, so you can see that. And what I just did is const to do, this is the use state function. So to do the first default initial value is gonna be the empty array of object, not object but empty array, and then use state set to do's, that is the function. And inside the get all to do's, we are getting the response from the get to do's, we are from this API, and then we are setting the to do's variable, this to do's variable to be the response, the data. So response data just means the arrays of object from the API, and then just mapping the data. If you don't know about the mapping of Java, what does map do, you just watch my others tutorial about that. Okay, so map, and if you don't if you use the instead of if you use curly braces instead of parentheses, you need to return, but if you use curly braces, you don't need to add a return, because it's simply meaning to returning. Okay, and yeah, this is for this. Now you need to style. Okay, so let's import make styles from, and now const use style is going to be make styles, and then what I need to style first is div, to do div, this there should be flex align center. Justify content should be center. Let's here const insert div classes classes that what that is to the div. If I save, you can see, but I did something wrong. Instead of doing into the main div, you need to do into the div class name to do. Okay, but don't specify the class name of to do, instead do this. Okay, if I go, you can see to do is displaying in bit extra icon. Okay, so so guys, it's currently 2:46 a.m. I'm feeling so much sleepy, so I need to go to sleep today, and I will be continuing this tutorial tomorrow from here. Okay, so yeah, okay, so tomorrow the tutorial will be continued. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and please don't forget to hit subscribe button. I'm feeling too tired now. I need to sleep, so I'm stopping these videos and creating this tutorial complete tomorrow. You can check the time. So you can see time, it is being currently 2:47. So yeah, so yeah, let's see tomorrow. Okay, so hey guys, again warmly welcome to the tutorial video. Yesterday I just slept not completing the tutorial video, and today I'm gonna complete that. Okay, so yeah, if you like the video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and if you want to see the more content, please don't forget the subscribe button. Let's go into the desktop. Okay, so yesterday we just left the creating the to-do application here. Let's open that folder and open with code. Rather you can do open with any editor, text editor you are working with. Just open with Visual Studio Code. Make sure to delete this node modules and package.lock.json. If you just created the something in main, I think I just mistaked yesterday. So let's clear the terminal out, and let's see what we just built yesterday. Okay, so hit npm start, not npm start but npm run dev, because we studied yesterday we just did was run double server in using concurrently. Okay, so if you haven't watched that, please make sure to watch. Sorry, you need to go into the client folder and then npm run dev. Okay, so you can see concurrently is starting npm start, and then it is starting Json server. You can see npm run Json server. Okay, so it started the Json server, and it is starting the React development server, and in my default browser with a port of default 3000. Okay, let's wait it to load. And in this and today we are going to add the features, and here you can see I have entered to the title, and I have the what it's called server, JSON server running on HTTP this port. Let's copy this link out. Let's go into the Chrome and paste it over here. You can see I got some to-dos here. Okay, I have some to-dos here, and go to React app and go to to-dos, and you can see I'm getting these to-dos. I'm getting these to-dos from the to-dos database. Okay, so our JSON server, you can see second to-do, and we get second to-do here. About it just for so. Okay, so now what we have to implement here is delete button. Okay, and installing the to-dos. So I will be doing is you have to implement the delete button. Okay, so let's start. And let's style this to-dos bit. Okay, so let's style this to-dos div. Margin of top and bottom 10 pixel and left and right 30 pixel. Let's give and let's save, and you can see some margin in the top and bottom and left and right. Let's check the font family sans serif. Let's make the font family of sans serif, so it is looking good. And let's print the background, okay, just to see how much width is taking by the, okay, it is taking so let's do is text align center. Let's specify the width. Width should be 50%. And if I see background now, it will be taking half space. You can see. Now I need to align this half space. Okay, so just make main div and display flex, and this, just copy this and paste it over here. Okay, let's hit comma because that is giving us error. Let's cut that out and just add that div style to your box div. Okay, so just keep that I misspelled the classes, so let's say, and let's go and load that. And now you can see is something what you need to do here is flex direction of column. Sorry, not that. Let's do flex direction of column. Now you can see that is centered aligned. And let's add margin top of 50 pixel, and it is going to add some margin over top. And this is looking nice but not much. What I need to do is let's make UL. Okay, here UL list, and let's inside list, should I create table? Let's see how it is looking with the list and another tab we'll be using. So this is list. List is looking fine. Okay, so let's add styling to list item. List should be display, should be flex. Display should be flex, and then let's give that class name of that list. Save. You can see it is being display flexed over here, but I don't see a list style of. List style of so I don't know how the list style works, but in React, okay, so list style, let's search for list styling. Let's go. List style type circle square. Okay, so let's go. List is style type give it circle. Come here. Nothing happened and no why. Let's cut that out. After making display flex, I used to do is align items center and then justify content of space between. And if I save now, I'm getting some space, but it is not taking full width. Okay, so let's go into the UL and style UL bit. Make sure to add semicolon and comma, and now you need to do is what should be 100%. Let's add that starting to the UL. Classes. So if I add the style and reload, now you can see it is taking full width, and yeah, looking good. But I need to style this. What do I need to style is to do not to the title, but here class name of to do only. Okay, and create that to do here, to do, and open parenthesis. Inside here what you need to do is text, not text align, font not capitalize, text transform of capitalize. Now looking good. Let's add this button, the color. Okay, some what inside the span I will add class name of that date, and I'll create that class here. Let's keep the variant. Okay, so I just cut that out. So guys, quick pause to the video, and what I want to know you is I have started the React series, and if you don't know about React from beginning, you can check my series down below. And I just recently started the PHP series where I am making the website, news website, fully dynamic. That is also in the link in the description, so don't forget to check them out. Okay, so let's get into the coding part again. So now in span we are going to add a color of primary. We do have Bootstrap installed, but I don't think so it is working. Span color of, not color, but let's do style, then the class name of primary. If I do this, am I going to see some change? Span text muted. Okay, so let's add the class of text muted. Okay, it looks class name of text muted, but it doesn't work if you haven't add Bootstrap to your CSS. Okay, if you do have add Bootstrap, this gonna work. Okay, so you can see this is the first to do, and this date, and let's make delete button after the date. Here is after span. I will create not after span, but let's create another span, and inside span let's create button. That button is going to be add fast trash alt. If you have installed, no, let's import button from material UI, not button but button. If you have if you have a font or some kit installed in your index.html, it will going to work, but something error, can see that. Okay, fast threshold. is there is button, there is button. Let's give a hint of let's give content of content, and that's it. Now you can see but that font awesome icon is not coming. Fontawesome.com, need to import the CDN. Trash alt is fine, I think. Let's say it will load, it will going to work. Not. Let's search for delete. Now let's search for delete, and then trash alt. So yeah, did I haven't installed font awesome kit here. Let's go index.html, and then yeah, I think I haven't installed font awesome. That's just you need to, if you are new to font awesome, you have to sign in. You have to sign up. Okay, so I'm just signing in because I have already created font awesome account. After signing in, they will give you the default kit, and then that default kit can be obtained from here. Just click on the account icon and then go to kits, and they will provide you default kit. I have named my kit to the niche kit. Okay, so just copy that kit and go to the index page of public, not of the index.html. Let's go here, and if you go there, and you are going to see this icon here. Okay, but let's give the color of primary. Let's give color of primary, and not primary but color of danger, or what? Let's give the class name of danger, not color. I will be using bootstrap class here. Class name, of btn. Let's say if it going to add class, no. Let's make simple button. So you can see I just created another button. I am not using the button from Material UI, and you can see this went wrong. And if you set this, you're going to see the button, the class of danger. Let's give the styling of margin left of 2. Let's say margin left of 2. Sorry, margin left of 2. That's it. Okay, so looking cool, but the button will not function because we haven't added any function to the button. Let's give the function on change, on click. Let's give the event, not this, but let's give the event for that and call the function called to-do. Let's pass that e variable in here. Let's save it, and let's create the what it's called. Okay, so delete to-do function here. Delete to-do function, but not like that. Here in this function, what I need to do is I have to pass ID. Okay, I have to pass to do ID. but where I'm going to pass that. Okay. Okay, what I have to do is I have to make that button do something. So if I console.log e, I think I got error because I haven't took e from the that it's called. And if I reload and if I inspect over here and go to console, let's go to console. If I click, I am going to get the button. But you can see I have the button target. I need something. Okay. So now we are going to delete the to do from the database. To do so, let's go into and what you need to do is not instead of e, you need to pass the id which you will going to delete. Okay, so to do inside here to do dot id. Okay, we do have to do id in here database. You can see id is unique 1234 and it is auto increment. Let's give delete to do and let's create the to do and let's take id here. And if I console log id, if I save and if I go here and if I click here this, you can see I got 2. If I click this I got 3. If I click this I got 4. Okay, so now what I need to do is create an API that will delete the user from the database. So let's create a sync and it is going to get id. So adjust delete and then inside template screen you need to pass URL and not this type. You need to add dollar inside dollar sign. Okay, so slash URL slash dollar id that we are getting from what from the URL. Okay. Yeah, I think this should work. Now let's import that delete to do function from where I think I named the two function as same. To do it, let's create remove to do. Let's save this and let's call that remove to do here. To do, you can see it is coming from service API dot it. So and I need to pass the ID and the Axios is the asynchronous call. You need to pass async and await. Async await. And after after deleting the to do, you need to again see the to do which are not being deleted in the database. Okay, to do so you need to call get all to do's function. Okay, so let's call get all to do's and it should work fine. Let's go. Let's close this out. We are not consoling anymore. Let's go into home. Let's go to do's. Let's go to do's and I want to delete this third to do's. Delete. Get some error. I don't know. If I click delete, it is saying that something error in the API.js. Remove to do async ID. Oh, I did mistake in here. You need to do is only one ID. Let's say and then it will going to work. Delete, boom, that is deleted. You can see that was the silly mistake. And if you delete this, if you delete this, you don't have any to do, and then you need to make that work. Okay, here if to do's that map here, you need to add condition. Okay, if to-dos dot length is less than or equals to 0, then what you need to do is return something else, return something. Okay, here you can say, I will say div, not this div but this style div. You have no to-dos, let's say you can say you have no to-dos. I have no to-dos, just because that I get you have no to-dos. Let's go to home, hit to-dos. This is my channel, and if I add to-dos, we're going to get in what it's called, this page. And for the final touch, inside to-dos.json display flex, I should just not in here, but okay, let's add the margin right of much more, because I'm not it is not looking good. Instead of 2, let's make 4. Now cool. Yeah, we created to-dos, we created about us, that's simple, and we created home. We haven't created edit currently, so we are now final of our project, and we just created delete from the to-do application. We were going to create edit too, but this video is too long, so I couldn't cover that edit in this video. I'll making this edit video in another part that we will be covering, that we will be using the database MongoDB Atlas, and then we will use dynamic edit routing, and we will edit the user also in that video. And that's it for this video, guys. If you like the video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and if you love the video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share this video to your friends so that they can learn React too. I have other playlists too, check out my playlist, and yeah, have a good day, guys.